What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with more Konosuba. Guys, today we are talking about the latest event that literally just dropped in the game earlier today. Now, this one is a little bit different than what the ones we usually have. It's more like the Troll Hunt event, but it is still a little bit more unique. So basically what you're going to need to do, I mean, it basically is Troll Hunt, let's be real. It's Troll Hunt with a different name. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It pretty much is what it is. But if you go in here to main quest, you will notice that what this is going to do is it's going to actually take you over to literally the main quest. We finally have Chapter 2 open in the main quest over here. So, it's actually such a, I'm sorry, Part 2, Chapter 1. So if I actually go back here, there we go. Nope. Go back out here. It's being a little difficult, pardon it for a moment. Go to main quests. You will notice that for the longest time we had Part 1, now we actually have Part 2. So when you run any one of the Part 2 events, you're going to acquire a ticket for the current event. Now, my understanding is, I could be wrong here, but I do believe it only counts for running Part 2 missions. Now, unfortunately, I've not completed all mine. Shame on me. It is a thing, guys. But once you complete all the Part 2s on normal mode, then you can come in here and you can actually do all of Part 3s on hard mode. I don't have all of normal mode completed yet, but I am working on it. And what's with these load times? Anybody else having that? Must just be me, man. So basically what you're going to do is you're just going to complete all 20 of the Part 2 Chapter 1s. I don't know if Chapter 2 is even open yet. I've got to do a few more of these, and we could talk about that a little bit more. But just run the normal everyday quests that you generally do run. Now, here's the deal. My understanding is that Part 1 will not drop any of the tickets. In fact, let's just run a quick Part 1 and see, just for the sake of silliness, if we even get a ticket. Because my understanding is we actually do not. Now, the really interesting part of this is, and I'm really glad they did it this way, they did more like the Troll Hunt method, because basically, come on, you. I'm just going to drop the ticket. I didn't want to drop a ticket, but I'm just going to drop a ticket because these loading times are just killing me at the moment. Murdering me. So the long and the short of it is, with the current events, with basically the rewards that we have in this game daily, the game wants you to actually run a, I believe it's 20 of the normal daily events, 20 normal events just from the quests, and then, oh, so we do still get a ticket. So you actually do still get a boss ticket for running Part 1. I stand corrected on that. So you can still run Part 1 or Part 2, get a boss ticket. So the game wants you to run 20 of these daily for our current, if I can get back over there in any kind of due time, for our current events, for our current reward system. So if I go over here, wait 20 minutes for it to load again, and I go to my daily events, it's going to say, or I'm sorry, the daily events. It's going to say that it wants 20 normal. It would be a lot easier to read it. Thank you. Jeez. You're killing me, Smalls. So basically you want to run 10 hard quests and 20 normal quests every single day. And as you're doing that, then obviously you're just building tickets, getting tickets to run the current boss fight. Thank you. Very helpful. I appreciate that. Trying to make content here. Do you mind? Do you mind? Anyway, did you get the basic concept? We covered that the other day when we actually got the login bonuses. So basically run 20 of the normal quests, 10 of the hard quests every single day to get your rewards. Now the fight is exactly the same thing you would see in Troll Hunt. Basically when you go in here, it's going to give you over here on the side here the boss fight, and you're going to fight in succession each one of these harder events that grow harder and harder and harder. Now, the really nice part is every single time that you do a first try, then that first try is actually free. It doesn't cost you a ticket. So it says here, first try free. Now, if I go in here and prepare, it's going to tell me, eventually, that it prefers a wind team. So hopefully you've got a pretty respectable wind team. We do have a banner that came along with this. I will actually cover that, because I was going to cover it in this video, but it's just taking way too long just to get through the information we have now. So we'll cover that in its own due order. But it does say it wants a win team. This is probably not my best win team, but it's an old win team that I had put together a long time ago. And it's been crashing through the event pretty respectably. Unfortunately, I am at a bit of a wall personally right now. So I've got to go through and I've actually got to build a new win team. But just for the sake of argument, let's say you just don't have a team that can beat Extreme 2. You could still fight Extreme 1 and get some respectable rewards from this. So, in fact, you don't have enough tickets. How do I not have enough tickets? So the cost is $75 to run Extreme 1. So I've got to go farm some more tickets to do that. But you will notice that it gives you an opportunity to actually increase cost of this run. You can't do it on the first run, obviously, because it's zero cost. But every subsequent run, that, whatever it costs here, probably about 80, I'm guessing, because the other one's 75. You can actually triple up to 3 times the cost of the run and get 3 times the rewards. Here's my one thing I would recommend you do, though. Be very careful about doing that on this one and make sure that you can beat this one in one go. I know my team can't, because this is not like the other EX events. With the other extreme events, if you fail, it just leaves the boss where it's at, you come back, you finish him off. This is not the case. Extreme 2 is either a pass or a fail situation. There is no, like, come back to it. There's no there's second chances, but there's no, like, pick up where you left off. There's no continue like there normally is. So if you can do the triple cost here, make damn sure you can beat it in one turn. And unfortunately, my team cannot currently do that, so I've got a little bit of work to do, probably because I have that dark unit on the front. But it is what it is. The interesting part is, I've noticed that these events have gotten harder and harder, because this win team last time we had this, just absolutely devastated the event. So the power creep is a thing. Part of it too, I'm sure, is the simple fact that we've got enough 4 stars and things like that now, so the 2 stars have kind of slowly petered off. They're not as useful as they once were. 3 stars still very good for subs, but for your main units, you really do want to start focusing on getting some 4 stars. Now, we will talk about the new banner tomorrow, but for now, I really wanted to discuss this event, some of the changes, some of the nuances to this, and some of the things that are a little bit different than what you've probably seen before. So, just as a reminder, one more time, while you can triple the difficulty, not difficulty, but triple the reward, if you do not pass one of these, you are wasting tickets. So, make absolutely certain that when you're going after this fight and you're going in here, that you, number one, can beat it on the first go reliably without fail. Number 2, if you can't, go to a level lower. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. In fact, like that same team just absolutely dominated Extreme 1. So I could really just go farm some tickets and just spam Extreme 1. So that's probably not a bad idea, to be honest with you. But for now, that is going to be the video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll come back tomorrow. We'll talk about the new banner. Don't do anything crazy until then, and I'll see you guys on the next one.